This audiobook reveals the timeless secret to manifesting infinite abundance through cosmic alignment. As you listen, you'll uncover how your deepest desires already exist within the universe's fabric, waiting to flow into your life. The key lies in awakening to your true inner power. Are you ready to unlock it? The Codex of Cosmic Fulfillment. Introduction. Through the ages, whispers of a sacred truth have echoed across civilizations. The universe holds infinite abundance, waiting to flow into your life. This wisdom, preserved by sages and mystics, reveals that your deepest desires already exist within the cosmic fabric of reality. The key lies not in seeking outside yourself, but in awakening to the divine power that dwells within. The universal law of manifestation operates with unwavering precision, responding to your thoughts and intentions just as gravity responds to physical mass. When you align your inner state with what you wish to receive, you activate an ancient mechanism of creation that has existed since time immemorial. This alignment is not merely about wanting or wishing, it is about becoming one with the very essence of your desire. The masters of old understood that manifestation flows from being, not doing. Your thoughts shape the energy you emit, and this energy attracts corresponding experiences into your life with mathematical certainty. As you begin this journey of cosmic co-creation, know that you are rediscovering what your soul has always known. The power to shape reality is your birthright. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe expressing itself in human form, endowed with the same creative force that births stars and galaxies. The path ahead will reveal how to harness this innate power through specific practices and principles that have been guarded and preserved throughout the ages. These are not new teachings, but eternal truths waiting to be remembered. Part 1. Awakening to Cosmic Principles. Chapter 1. The Universal Request. In the quietude of a desert night, a traveler named Karim wandered beneath an endless canopy of stars. His pockets were empty, his feet weary, yet his heart remained pure. As he gazed upward at the celestial expanse, he felt moved to share his deepest yearning with the cosmos. Without ceremony or pretense, he spoke his truth to the stars. "I wish to bring healing to those who suffer." In that moment of perfect sincerity, the heavens seemed to shimmer in response. In the days that followed, Karim discovered medicinal herbs growing where there had been only sand, and knowledge of their uses flowing through his mind as naturally as breathing. His simple, heartfelt request had set in motion forces beyond mortal understanding. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, ripples through the fabric of existence. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, receives these vibrations as requests for creation. When your desires arise from the depths of pure intention, they carry a power that transcends ordinary wanting. This is the hidden mechanism behind all manifestation, the constant dialogue between your consciousness and the cosmic forces that shape reality. In the mountains of ancient wisdom lived a sage known for granting wishes to those who sought his counsel. Many came bearing lists of desires, yet he turned most away. One day, a young woman approached with nothing but a single tear in her eye and love in her heart. "I wish to understand," was all she said. The sage smiled, for here was one who grasped the true nature of desire. That clarity of intention, combined with depth of feeling, creates an irresistible force in the universe. These tales mirror the power that resides within you. Like Karim beneath the stars and the woman before the sage, your purest desires carry seeds of their own fulfillment. The universe responds not to the volume of your requests, but to their clarity and resonance with your deepest truth. Find a quiet moment as day turns to night. Light a single candle and take 3 deep breaths to center yourself. On a clean sheet of paper, write, "By the ancient laws of creation, I now make this request to the universe." Then express your most heartfelt desire in clear, present tense language. Feel each word as you write it, allowing your emotion to flow through the pen. When finished, hold the paper to your heart, close your eyes, and imagine your desire is already fulfilled. Feel the gratitude and joy of its completion. Place the paper where moonlight can touch it overnight, knowing your request has been received by the cosmic forces of manifestation. Chapter 2. Vibrational Attunement. In the heart of an ancient valley lived a musician named Amir who played the simplest of instruments, a wooden flute carved from a fallen branch. While others sought grander instruments, Amir spent his days listening to the whispers of wind through leaves, the rhythm of flowing streams, and the songs of birds. One morning, as he sat beneath an old olive tree, he noticed how each element of nature sang in perfect harmony. In that moment of awareness, his music transformed. When he played his flute, it no longer produced mere melodies. It channeled the very essence of life itself. Those who heard him said his music could heal hearts and awaken souls. You, like Amir, exist within an infinite symphony of vibrations. Every thought you hold, every emotion you feel, resonates at a specific frequency. These vibrations are not merely metaphorical. They are the fundamental language of the universe. When you align your inner state with the frequency of your desires, you create a harmony that the universe must answer. Think of your thoughts as musical notes and your emotions as their amplitude. Together, they create a unique signature that ripples through the fabric of reality. This is why 2 people can speak the same words yet receive vastly different results. One speaks from doubt, creating discordant vibrations, while the other speaks from certainty, producing harmonious frequencies that attract their desires. In the depths of an ancient forest stood a mystical grove known for its peculiar property. It would echo back to visitors only the exact vibrations they emitted. Those who entered with fear heard threatening sounds, while those who came with love experienced beautiful melodies. A wise woman once spent 7 days in this grove, gradually refining her inner vibration until the forest sang back to her the song of her deepest dreams. This grove mirrors the universal law that surrounds you. The circumstances of your life are echoes of your dominant vibrations. Just as the forest reflected back exactly what it received, the universe responds precisely to the frequency you maintain. Close your eyes and find a comfortable position. Breathe deeply and imagine a golden light emanating from your heart center. As you inhale, feel this light growing stronger, vibrating at the exact frequency of your highest desire. With each exhale, send these vibrations outward in expanding circles. See them rippling through space and time, touching everything in their path. Maintain this visualization for several minutes, allowing your entire being to resonate with the frequency of your dreams. Chapter 3. Awareness and the Sacred Ask. In a village untouched by time, a young child named Kai found himself lost in the depths of twilight. As shadows lengthened around him, his small hands trembled with uncertainty. Yet in that moment of deepest darkness, he stumbled upon an ancient brass lantern. Its light did not merely illuminate the path before him, it revealed images within its glow, showing him visions of his heart's true yearnings. Through this mystical lamp, Kai saw not just the toys and treats that any child might want, but glimpses of the wisdom, love, and understanding his soul truly sought. You stand now where Kai once stood, in need of clarity about your deepest desires. The universe awaits your request. Yet how can you ask for what you have not yet recognized within yourself? Many walk through life making wishes based on fleeting emotions or borrowed dreams, never pausing to examine the authentic longings of their soul. The light of awareness must first shine inward before your intentions can radiate outward with power. Each desire that stirs within you carries a signature. Some bear the mark of genuine soul calling, while others are mere echoes of external expectations. In the kingdom of Aurelia, there lived a ruler who believed his greatest desire was to build the grandest palace in all the lands. He commanded armies of craftsmen, depleted his treasury, and spent years pursuing this vision. Yet when the magnificent structure was complete, he felt only emptiness. One night, as he wandered his lonely halls, he encountered an old mirror that showed not his reflection, but his heart's true desire to create a kingdom where wisdom and compassion ruled, not marble and gold. Like this king, you may find that what you think you desire differs from what your soul truly seeks. The mirror of self-reflection reveals the difference between surface wants and soul-deep yearnings. When your conscious intentions align with your authentic desires, you create a beacon that the universe cannot ignore. Take your journal and find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Light a candle if you wish, allowing its flame to represent the light of pure awareness. Begin writing without censorship or judgment, exploring these questions. What do I truly want? What lies beneath this want? What would fulfill not just my immediate needs, but the deepest longings of my soul? Let your pen flow freely, allowing each answer to lead you deeper into understanding. Chapter 4. The Cosmic Mirror. In the hidden valleys of the Himalayas, where ancient wisdom whispers through mountain winds, lived a mystic known for possessing a sacred mirror. Those who sought his guidance would find him dwelling in a simple cave, the mysterious mirror covered in silk. A young woman named Maya, troubled by the chaos in her life, made the arduous journey to find him. Upon reaching his dwelling, the mystic unveiled the mirror, but instead of her reflection, Maya saw scenes from her daily life playing out before her. Every argument, every missed opportunity, every moment of joy. What you perceive as external chaos, the mystic spoke softly, is but a reflection of the tempest within. As Maya gazed deeper into the mirror, she began to understand. Her outer world was merely echoing her inner state of being. Each circumstance she encountered was showing her something about herself, reflecting back her beliefs, expectations, and emotional patterns. The universe operates as a grand mirror, reflecting back to you the essence of your inner world. Every experience you encounter serves as a message, revealing the hidden currents of your thoughts and beliefs. When you observe discord in your relationships, examine the harmony within yourself. When abundance seems to elude you, look to your inner relationship with worthiness. In the bustling markets of ancient Baghdad, there lived a merchant named Ibrahim, whose fortunes had dwindled to nothing. Day after day, he blamed the markets, his competitors, and fate itself for his misfortune. One evening, an old woman offered him a strange piece of advice. Change not your shop, but your heart. Initially dismissing her words, Ibrahim eventually began to shift his inner attitude. He replaced bitterness with gratitude, scarcity with abundance thinking. Gradually, his external circumstances transformed. Customers returned, opportunities emerged, and his wealth grew beyond his previous success. These stories reveal a fundamental truth. Your external reality is a reflection of your internal state. Each circumstance you encounter is a mirror, offering insights into your deepest beliefs and patterns. By understanding this principle, you gain the power to transform your life from within. Take up your journal and begin what the ancients called the mirror practice. Each evening, record the events of your day and their internal correlations. What did today's experiences reveal about your inner world? What patterns do you notice? This practice will unveil the profound connection between your inner and outer reality, showing you exactly where transformation must begin. Chapter 5. Cultivating Cosmic Gratitude. In a distant valley, where mountains touched the clouds, there lived a farmer who inherited a plot of barren land. Each morning, despite the rocky soil and harsh conditions, he would walk his fields at sunrise, touching the earth and whispering thanks for what it would one day yield. He expressed gratitude for every pebble, every drop of morning dew, and every struggling seedling that dared to emerge. Through seasons of drought and plenty, his practice never wavered. While others saw wasteland, he saw potential, offering appreciation for the unseen abundance waiting to emerge. Slowly, the land began to transform. First came the earthworms, enriching the soil. Then birds arrived, dropping seeds. Year after year, his gratitude nourished the land as surely as rain, until his fields became the most fertile in the valley. You must understand that gratitude is not merely a sentiment. It is a force that aligns you with the universal flow of abundance. When you exist in a state of genuine appreciation, you elevate your vibrational frequency to match that of your desires. This is why the wise ones of every age have taught that gratitude precedes manifestation. Along the ancient silk routes traveled a healer known for his extraordinary ability to cure ailments. His secret lay not in herbs or potions, but in his perpetual state of blessing. He blessed the rising sun and the setting moon. He blessed the dust on his feet and the thorns that pricked his skin. He blessed both those who welcomed him and those who turned him away. Through this practice, he maintained such high vibrational energy that healing naturally flowed through him. The healer's way reveals a timeless truth. Gratitude is not dependent on circumstances. It is a choice that transforms circumstances. By blessing what is, you open channels for what can be. Your appreciation becomes a magnetic force, drawing forth greater reasons to be grateful. To harness this transformative power, you must establish what the ancients called the ritual of sacred appreciation. Each day, as the sun graces the horizon, stand in stillness and acknowledge 3 blessings in your life. Feel the warmth of gratitude in your heart as you name them. Then, as the day concludes, recall 3 more moments worthy of thanks. This practice, maintained with devotion, will gradually shift your vibrational frequency toward abundance. Chapter 6. Unveiling Limiting Beliefs. In a time beyond memory, there lived a traveler who wandered the world bound by chains only he could see. Though his body moved freely, these ethereal shackles, forged from doubts, fears, and old wounds, weighed upon his spirit. Each step forward was accompanied by the phantom rattling of these invisible bonds, reminding him of all the reasons why his dreams must remain forever distant. Through bustling markets and quiet forests, he carried these chains, watching others achieve what he believed impossible for himself. "The stars are too high," he would whisper when gazing at his aspirations. "The path is too difficult," he would murmur when opportunity knocked. His chains, though unseen by others, were as real to him as the ground beneath his feet. You must recognize that your own invisible chains, those beliefs that whisper, "impossible" or "not for me," hold the same power over your manifestations. The universe responds not to your spoken wishes, but to the deeper convictions that either embrace or reject them. These hidden beliefs act as gatekeepers, determining which desires may pass into reality. In the archives of ancient wisdom, there lived a prisoner who spent decades behind iron bars. His cell was always unlocked, yet he remained confined, believing himself imprisoned. One day, in a moment of clarity, he realized the truth. His captivity existed only in his mind. As this awareness dawned, he simply walked free, leaving behind not just the cell, but the beliefs that had kept him bound. Like this prisoner, your liberation begins with recognition. Each limiting belief you hold acts as a barrier between you and your desires. The chains that bind you were forged in past experiences, carved from childhood memories or inherited from others' fears. Yet just as they were created, they can be dissolved through the power of awareness. This understanding mirrors your own journey. The barriers you perceive between yourself and your desires exist primarily in thought. By bringing these thoughts into the light of consciousness, you begin the process of their dissolution. To break free from these invisible bonds, you must engage in the ancient practice of belief mapping. Take a blank parchment and draw a circle in its center, writing your deepest desire within. Around it, write every thought that arises when you contemplate this desire, especially the doubts and fears. Each of these thoughts is a link in your chain, now made visible through your awareness. Question each one. Is this truth or merely a story I've accepted? Through this sacred examination, the chains begin to dissolve, clearing the path for your desires to manifest. Chapter 7, The Power of Words and Intentions. In the mists of time, there dwelt a wordsmith whose utterances held the power to reshape the fabric of existence. Each morning he would ascend to the highest peak of his mountain dwelling and with careful precision weave words into the dawn. Where he spoke of gardens, flowers bloomed. When he whispered of peace, conflicts ceased. His words, carried on the wind, transformed the valley below into a reflection of his speech. The power you seek lies dormant in your own words. Every syllable that passes your lips carries a vibrational frequency that ripples through the cosmic fabric. These vibrations, like stones cast into still waters, create patterns that the universe mirrors back to you. Your words are not merely sounds, they are seeds planted in the fertile soil of creation. The ancient masters understood that speech is the bridge between thought and manifestation. Each word you speak acts as a declaration to the universe, a command that shapes the energy around you. When your words align with your desires, you create a harmonious frequency that attracts corresponding experiences. In a distant realm, there once stood a kingdom plagued by scarcity. Its people spoke constantly of lack, of hardship, of impossibility. Then came a wise ruler who understood the power of words. She issued a single proclamation. From that day forward, all citizens would speak only of abundance, opportunity, and possibility. Within a season, the kingdom transformed. Markets overflowed, innovation flourished, and prosperity bloomed, all through the power of aligned speech. This tale reflects the truth of your own reality. The words you choose either support or sabotage your desires. When you speak of limitation, you construct barriers. When you declare possibility, you build bridges to your dreams. To harness this ancient wisdom, you must engage in the sacred practice of intentional speech. For 7 days, let your words become conscious offerings to the universe. Each morning, speak aloud 3 affirmations that align with your deepest desires. Let these declarations ring with the certainty of truth, for they are more than mere statements. They are seeds of manifestation planted in the cosmic field. Chapter 8. Trusting the divine timing. In the heart of an ancient city lived a master clockmaker whose reputation for precision spread far beyond the city walls. Each timepiece he crafted held a deeper wisdom, for he understood that every gear, spring, and wheel required its own perfect moment to engage. When apprentices rushed their work, he would smile gently and say, "The time of completion lives within the mechanism itself." You stand now at the threshold of universal timing, where desires manifest not by force but through sacred alignment with cosmic rhythms. The universe operates with impeccable precision, orchestrating countless elements to bring forth your desires. Your role is not to control this divine clockwork, but to trust in its perfect operation. Just as a flower cannot be forced to bloom before its season, manifestation unfolds according to divine timing. When you release the need to control every aspect of creation, you allow the universe to arrange circumstances in ways far beyond your limited perspective. This surrender is not passive waiting, but active trust in the infinite intelligence that guides all things. Along the banks of an ancient river, villagers once grew impatient with its slow carving of the land. They attempted to redirect its flow, to speed its journey, only to create flooding and destruction. Years passed, and those who learned to trust the river's wisdom watched as it carved a perfect path, creating fertile valleys and natural harbors exactly where they were needed. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey of manifestation. The universe knows the perfect timing for each element of your desire to align. What appears as delay often serves as divine preparation, arranging circumstances for optimal fulfillment. Your trust in this process accelerates manifestation, far more than anxious forcing ever could. Each day pause to recall a moment when trust yielded unexpected blessings. Perhaps a delayed opportunity led to something far greater, or a seeming setback revealed itself as protection. Document these experiences in your journal, building a testament to divine timing. This practice strengthens your faith in the universe's perfect orchestration, allowing manifestation to unfold with grace and ease. Chapter 9. The Seed of Belief. In a secluded valley, there lived a gardener whose flowers bloomed with extraordinary vibrancy. While others planted the same seeds in similar soil, only his garden flourished with otherworldly beauty. When asked about his secret, he would simply say, "The seeds know when you believe in their potential." You now approach the essence of manifestation, the power of unshakable belief. Just as the gardener's faith transformed simple seeds into magnificent blooms, your beliefs shape the reality that unfolds before you. The universe responds not merely to your desires, but to the conviction with which you hold them. Within you lies the same force that turns tiny seeds into towering trees. Each thought you nurture with belief becomes a living force, drawing to itself the elements needed for manifestation. When doubt clouds your vision, remember that even the mightiest oak began as a seed that believed in its own becoming. In a distant village plagued by drought, a young woman maintained a small patch of earth despite others abandoning their fields. Each morning she would tend to her garden with unwavering faith in the return of rain. While villagers scorned her efforts, she continued, knowing deep within that abundance would return. When the rains finally came, her prepared soil flourished first, feeding not only her family, but inspiring the entire village to believe once more. This tale mirrors your own journey with manifestation. Like the steadfast villager, your belief creates fertile ground for desires to take root. Each moment of doubt overcome strengthens your connection to the manifesting power within. The universe recognizes and responds to this unwavering faith, bringing forth evidence of your beliefs in physical form. To strengthen your belief, create a personal mantra that resonates with your deepest truth. Speak it daily, feeling its power course through your being. Let each repetition plant seeds of conviction in the garden of your consciousness. Through this practice, your belief grows from a tender shoot into an unshakable force, drawing your desires into manifestation with natural grace. Chapter 10. The Sacred Ritual of Silence. In the heart of a bustling marketplace, a mystic sat motionless amidst the chaos, his presence radiating an inexplicable peace. Those who passed by felt drawn to his stillness, yet few understood its source. One day, a merchant approached and asked, "How do you find such tranquility in this noise?" The mystic simply smiled and gestured for the merchant to sit. In that moment of shared silence, the merchant discovered more wisdom than 1,000 spoken words could convey. You possess within you this same gateway to universal wisdom. Through stillness, you access the cosmic current that flows beneath the surface of everyday life. Like a pond that must be still to reflect the stars above, your mind reveals profound truths only when it settles into silence. The universe speaks in whispers, not shouts. Each moment of stillness attunes you to its subtle frequency, allowing your desires to align more precisely with cosmic forces. In silence, you discover the difference between the wants of your mind and the true longings of your soul. In an ancient monastery high in the mountains, monks maintained complete silence for generations. Their only teaching was to listen, not with their ears, but with their entire being. As decades passed, they uncovered mysteries of existence that scholars spent lifetimes seeking through study. Their silence became a vessel for universal knowledge, proving that in quietude lies the greatest wisdom. The monk's experience mirrors a fundamental truth. When you still your thoughts, you create space for cosmic intelligence to flow through you. Like a radio finding clear reception by eliminating static, your connection to universal guidance strengthens in silence. To harness this power, set aside 10 minutes each day for silent communion with the universe. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and allow your thoughts to settle like leaves falling onto still water. Don't strain to silence your mind. Simply observe the natural rhythm of your breath and let stillness emerge organically. In this sacred space, universal wisdom rises naturally to the surface of your consciousness. Part 2. Deepening Cosmic Connection. Chapter 11. The Alchemy of Emotions. In a time beyond memory, an alchemist toiled in his chamber, surrounded by metals of every kind. Though skilled in the ancient arts, his attempts at transformation remained fruitless. One day, watching sunlight dance across his workbench, he realized, just as light transforms what it touches, his own inner state must align with the gold he sought to create. Only when he filled himself with the brilliance and warmth he wished to manifest did the metals begin to shimmer and change. Within you lies this same alchemical power. Your emotions serve as the sacred fire that transforms mere thoughts into physical reality. When your feelings align with your intentions, you create an unstoppable force of manifestation. Yet when emotions conflict with desires, they act as opposing currents, neutralizing your creative power. The universe responds not to what you think, but to what you feel. Your emotions broadcast a constant signal, attracting experiences that match their frequency. Joy attracts joy, peace attracts peace, and love attracts love. This is the hidden mechanism behind all manifestation. In a distant valley lived a musician whose melodies were said to work miracles. People traveled far to hear him play, Yet sometimes his music held no power at all. A wise woman observed his playing and revealed the truth. Only when his heart truly felt the emotion of each note did his music transform lives. When he played mechanically, no matter how perfect his technique, the magic vanished. Like this musician, your manifestations gain power when infused with genuine emotion. Simply repeating affirmations or visualizing outcomes without feeling their reality creates hollow echoes instead of powerful resonance. Each desire must be bathed in the emotion you expect to feel upon its fulfillment. Set aside time each evening for emotional alignment. Recall moments when you felt emotions that match your desires: joy, abundance, peace, or love. Let these feelings fill your being completely. Note which emotions come naturally and which require cultivation. Gradually build your capacity to sustain these high-frequency states, creating fertile ground for manifestation. Chapter 12. Symbols and Cosmic Language. In a time when stars still whispered their secrets, a weary traveler lost his way in an ancient forest. As darkness descended, strange markings on the trees began to glow with an ethereal light. Though he knew not their meaning, something within him resonated with these celestial symbols. Following their guidance, he found not just his path, but his destiny. You stand now where this traveler once stood, surrounded by the universe's sacred language. These symbols speak directly to the depths of your soul, bypassing the conscious mind to awaken ancient wisdom within. The spiral of a shell, the phases of the moon, the branching patterns of trees, these are not mere coincidences, but messages encoded in the fabric of creation. The language of manifestation transcends words. Your subconscious mind, the gateway to universal power, communicates through symbols and archetypes. When you embrace these timeless patterns, you activate deeper levels of manifestation that words alone cannot reach. In a valley forgotten by time stood a village suffering years of drought. Among their ruins they discovered a stone bearing a simple symbol, 3 wavy lines intersecting in a triangle. An elder recognized it as an ancient sign of flow and abundance. The villagers began carving this symbol on their water vessels and meditating upon its meaning. Soon, hidden springs emerged from the earth, transforming their barren land into an oasis. Like these villagers, you possess the ability to harness symbolic power. The symbols that catch your eye, the patterns that repeat in your dreams, these are not random. They are keys unlocking doors to manifestation, speaking directly to your creative force. By creating and working with personal symbols, you forge a direct link between your conscious desires and the universal force of creation. This practice bridges the gap between thought and manifestation, enabling deeper alignment with your intentions. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and envision your deepest desire. Allow a symbol to emerge naturally. It might be a shape, color, or pattern that resonates with your intention. Draw this symbol and spend time each day in meditation with it, allowing its meaning to deepen and its power to grow. Place it where you'll see it regularly, letting it remind you of your connection to universal creative force. Chapter 13. Transcending Doubt. In the realm of ancient wisdom there lived a knight whose armor gleamed with purpose, yet whose heart harbored shadows of uncertainty. Each morning, as he prepared for his sacred quest, whispers of doubt echoed through his mind. Am I worthy? Is this path true? These questions weighed upon him like chains of iron. Through countless battles and trials, the knight carried these burdens until one moonlit evening, when he encountered an old wise woman tending a flame. Your doubts, she said, are but clouds passing before the sun of your truth. The light remains unchanged, eternal. The power to manifest lies within you, yet doubt often stands as a guardian at the threshold of your desires. Like the night, you may question your worthiness, your path, or the very laws that govern creation. Know that doubt serves not as your enemy, but as a teacher guiding you toward deeper faith. When doubt arises, it reveals where your inner vision requires strengthening. Each moment of uncertainty presents an opportunity to choose again, to choose faith, to choose trust, to choose the truth of your infinite potential. High in the misty peaks lived a climber who dreamed of reaching the highest summit. With each step upward, voices of doubt whispered of danger and failure. Yet she discovered that by focusing solely on the next step before her, trusting in her preparation and inner guidance, the mountain became not an obstacle but a path. Step by step, breath by breath, she ascended until she stood atop the peak she once thought impossible. Your journey mirrors both the knight and the climber. The doubts you face about your abilities, your worthiness, or the possibility of your dreams are not walls but doorways. Each doubt transformed becomes a stepping stone toward your highest vision. Set aside sacred time for the doubt purge ritual. On a piece of parchment, write down every doubt that clouds your vision. Then beneath each doubt, craft an affirmation that transmutes its energy into faith. For example, if you wrote, "I doubt I am worthy of abundance," transform it into, "I am inherently worthy of all abundance flowing to me." Burn or bury the original doubts while speaking your new affirmations aloud, releasing their hold on your manifestation power. Chapter 14. Manifesting Through Visualization. In a village among ancient hills, there lived a painter whose work seemed to breathe with life itself. Each morning, before touching brush to canvas, he would sit in silence, eyes closed, allowing his mind to construct every detail of what he wished to create. Through this practice, his paintings became more than mere images. They transformed into windows through which dreams stepped into reality. You possess this same creative power within you. The universe responds not just to your thoughts, but to the vivid images you hold in your mind's eye. When you engage in visualization, you speak directly to the cosmic forces that shape reality, using the language of pure creation. Your mind serves as both canvas and brush. As you paint your desires upon the fabric of consciousness, you initiate a sacred dialogue with universal intelligence. This is not mere daydreaming, it is an act of spiritual creation as old as time itself. To manifest with clarity, you must first see with the inner eye. Feel the texture of your desires. Breathe in their scents. Hear their sounds. The more sensory detail you invoke, the stronger the signal you send to the universe. In the mountains of the East lived a sculptor who never began his work without first knowing its completion. His hands would trace the air, feeling the curves and edges of the statue hidden within the stone. Only when he could touch, see, and know every detail in his mind would he lift his chisel. Through this practice, his sculptures captured not just form, but spirit. Your life awaits your creative vision. Like the sculptor, you must see beyond the stone of current circumstances to the masterpiece within. The power of visualization transforms abstract wishes into tangible reality, bridging the gap between desire and manifestation. Find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. Close your eyes and begin to construct your desire in complete detail. See its colors, feel its textures, hear its sounds, smell its fragrances, taste its essence. Engage all 5 senses in this sacred visualization. Hold this image for several minutes, allowing yourself to experience the joy and gratitude of its reality. Perform this practice daily, preferably at sunrise or sunset when the veils between thought and manifestation grow thin. Chapter 15. Sacred Cycles and Manifestation Rhythms. In the fertile valleys of an ancient land, there lived a farmer whose harvests flourished beyond measure. While others planted their seeds according to custom, he watched the celestial dance above, waiting for the precise moment when moon and stars aligned. His patience bore fruit in abundance that seemed touched by divine grace. You stand at the threshold of understanding one of the universe's most powerful secrets, the sacred rhythm of timing. Like waves that rise and fall, like seasons that turn in their eternal cycle, all creation moves in patterns of divine order. The cosmos operates through precise cycles, each movement orchestrated in perfect harmony. When you align your intentions with these natural rhythms, you tap into currents of energy that amplify your manifestations. The moon's phases, from new to full, mirror the cycles of growth and completion in all things. Just as the farmer knows that seeds planted in the dark of the moon grow strong roots while those sown under the full moon bear abundant fruit, your desires flourish when synchronized with celestial timing. There once was a sailor who mastered the art of reading the stars. While others feared the vast ocean's uncertainties, he understood that the heavens themselves provided a map for success. By aligning his journey with stellar patterns, he discovered favorable winds and safe passages that others missed. The universe speaks through cycles. In the turning of planets, the phases of the moon, the rhythm of seasons. These patterns offer a template for manifesting your deepest desires. When you attune your actions to these cosmic rhythms, you move with the current rather than against it. Begin by selecting one significant desire. Observe the current phase of the moon and note its position in your journal. For one complete lunar cycle, align your manifestation efforts with the moon's energy. Plant seeds of intention during the new moon. Take action as the moon waxes. Celebrate and express gratitude at the full moon, and release what no longer serves you as the moon wanes. Record your insights and the synchronicities that appear during this sacred timing practice. Chapter 16. Balancing Desire and Detachment. In the mountains of a distant realm, a rare and beautiful bird lived among the clouds. Though blessed with magnificent wings, it spent its days gathering small pebbles, convinced these treasures would bring it joy. The weight of its collection grew until it could barely lift itself from the ground. One stormy day, as winds swept through the peaks, the bird was forced to release its precious stones to survive. In that moment of letting go, it discovered the true freedom of soaring higher than ever before. Within the eternal laws of the universe lies a sacred paradox, the dance between desire and detachment. Your intentions and dreams serve as beacons, guiding the cosmic forces toward manifestation. Yet the grip of attachment can anchor these very dreams to the ground, much like the bird's beloved pebbles. True manifestation flows when you plant your desires in fertile soil while releasing your grip on how and when they bloom. This creates space for the universe to orchestrate circumstances beyond your imagining. The art lies not in abandoning your dreams, but in trusting that what serves your highest good will manifest in divine timing. In an ancient marketplace, a merchant devoted his life to amassing wealth. Each coin earned only intensified his craving for more, until anxiety consumed his days and nights. Exhausted by his endless pursuit, he finally surrendered his desperate quest to the universe. "I release my need for riches," he declared, choosing instead to serve others with joy. As he focused on giving value rather than gaining wealth, abundance began flowing effortlessly into his life. This timeless truth mirrors your own journey. When you release the weight of wanting, you create space for receiving. Your desires need not vanish. They simply transform from desperate needs into trusted possibilities. Like seeds scattered on fertile ground, they grow best when you step back and allow divine forces to nurture their growth. Create a release ritual by writing each attachment on a leaf or piece of paper. Speak aloud, "I trust in divine timing and release my attachment to these outcomes." Release each leaf into flowing water or burn the papers safely, watching as they transform. Feel the lightness that comes with surrender to universal wisdom. Chapter 17. Sacred Energy Protection Rituals. In the ancient kingdom of the East, a legendary warrior known for his unwavering strength faced countless battles without ever losing his inner power. While other soldiers grew weary and drained, he maintained his vitality through a sacred practice. Before each dawn, he would trace a circle of light around himself, declaring, "I am protected by the infinite power of the universe." This simple yet powerful ritual became his shield, not just against physical threats, but against the unseen forces that could diminish his spirit. Your energy is the currency of manifestation. Like a precious flame, it must be protected and nurtured to maintain its transformative power. The universe responds not just to your thoughts and intentions, but to the vibration of your energy field. When this field becomes compromised by external influences, your manifestation power diminishes. Understanding energy protection begins with recognizing that you are constantly exchanging energy with your environment. Each interaction, each thought directed your way, and each emotion you encounter can either strengthen or deplete your energetic reserves. By establishing clear boundaries and protective practices, you preserve the pure frequency needed for powerful manifestation. There once lived a wise healer in a bustling village who served hundreds, yet never felt depleted. While others in her profession would burn out from absorbing their patients' ailments, she remained vibrant and strong. Her secret lay in a protective ritual performed before meeting each person. She would envision herself surrounded by golden light, allowing healing to flow through her while keeping her own energy distinct and protected. Through this practice, she could serve as a clear channel for healing while maintaining her own well-being. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey of manifestation. Just as the healer maintained her energy through conscious protection, you too must guard your vibrational field. Every desire you seek to manifest requires clear, uncontaminated energy to take form in the physical world. Begin each day by creating an energy shield. Stand in a quiet space and raise your hands to your heart. Envision pure white light emanating from your heart center, expanding outward to form a protective sphere around you. Speak these words: "I am surrounded by divine protection. Only energy that serves my highest good may enter this sacred space." Maintain this visualization for several breaths, feeling the strength of your energetic boundaries. Chapter 18. Harnessing the Power of Community Intentions. In a valley snuggled between ancient mountains, there lived a community facing a devastating drought. The wells had run dry, and the crops withered under the relentless sun. While individual prayers had gone unanswered, the village elder gathered all inhabitants to the town square, sharing an age-old secret of collective power. The power of unified intention surpasses individual effort, just as an ocean surpasses a single drop of water. When minds and hearts align in perfect harmony, they create a force that the universe cannot ignore. This truth has echoed through the chambers of time, witnessed in the great achievements of humanity. You possess within you a spark of universal creative force. When joined with others who share your vision, this spark becomes a blazing beacon that illuminates the path to manifestation. The vibration of many souls in harmony creates a resonance that accelerates the manifestation process, drawing forth desires with magnificent speed and clarity. In the mountains of Tibet, 7 sages gathered at the peak of a great drought. Each had mastered the art of manifestation alone, yet they understood that together their power would multiply. In perfect unison, they focused their intention on bringing life-giving rain to the parched land. As their energy merged, clouds gathered from clear skies, and rain blessed the earth with abundance. What would have taken months for one sage to accomplish manifested in mere hours through their unified focus. This wisdom transcends time and culture, finding expression in modern gatherings where people unite in meditation, prayer, or focused intention. Your personal desires gain momentum when supported by the energy of others who understand and share your vision. Through collective intention, you tap into a power greater than the sum of its parts. Gather with 3 or more like-minded individuals weekly. Sit in a circle and share your aligned intentions. Focus together for 20 minutes on one shared goal, allowing your combined energy to amplify the manifestation. Document the accelerated results that emerge from this unified field of intention. Chapter 19. Cosmic Synchronicities. A weary traveler walked the dusty roads between villages seeking direction for his journey. Each morning he noticed a particular bird would appear, leading him toward unexpected paths. At first he dismissed these appearances as mere coincidence, yet as he followed the bird's guidance he discovered shelter before storms, fresh springs in barren lands, and friendly faces offering aid precisely when needed. The universe speaks through the language of synchronicity. These meaningful coincidences serve as signposts along your path, confirming alignment with universal forces. When you attune yourself to these subtle messages, you begin to recognize the intricate web of guidance surrounding you at all times. These synchronized moments arise not by chance, but through your resonance with cosmic intelligence. Numbers that repeat, animals that appear at significant moments, overheard conversations that answer unspoken questions. All these form a divine dialogue between you and the universe. As you acknowledge these signs, they multiply, creating a clear path of confirmation and direction. In a distant kingdom lived a wanderer who had lost his way. Each time he reached a crossroads, he would pause and wait for a sign. Sometimes it came as a falling leaf, other times as a stranger's greeting or a sudden gust of wind. By trusting these subtle indicators, he found himself arriving at exactly the right places at precisely the right moments. One such sign led him to save a nobleman's child from danger. Another guided him to uncover a hidden spring that saved a drought-stricken village. Through following these synchronistic breadcrumbs, his seemingly aimless wandering revealed itself as a divinely guided journey. The signs appearing in your life carry messages meant specifically for you. Each synchronicity serves as confirmation that you walk in harmony with universal forces. These moments of perfect timing and meaningful coincidence reveal the invisible hand of cosmic guidance in your daily life. Begin a synchronicity journal to record the meaningful coincidences that appear in your life. Each evening, write down any recurring numbers, unexpected encounters, or perfectly timed events that caught your attention. Note your initial intuitive interpretation of these signs. Review your journal weekly to recognize patterns and messages emerging through these synchronized moments. Chapter 20. From Resistance to Allowance. In a secluded valley, a mighty river once flowed, its waters bringing life to all who dwelled near its banks. Yet over time, the villagers grew fearful of its power. They built dam after dam, seeking to control its flow, to bend it to their will. The river's song became a whisper, its waters growing stagnant behind walls of stone, until one spring, when heavy rains caused the dams to crumble. As each barrier fell, the river's ancient power returned, and with it came an abundance the valley had never known. You stand now at the threshold of universal flow, where cosmic forces await your allowance. Like the dams that held back the river's potential, resistance manifests in countless forms within your being. Each doubt, each fear, each need to control creates an energetic barrier, stemming the natural flow of abundance. The universe moves through paths of least resistance. When you release your grip on outcomes, when you cease struggling against what is, energy flows naturally toward your highest good. Resistance often wears subtle masks: perfectionism, overthinking, attempting to force solutions. Yet the moment you recognize these patterns, their power begins to dissolve. In the mountains lived a monk who sought inner peace through strict control of his thoughts and actions. He created elaborate routines and rigid practices, believing that mastery meant domination of his inner world. Years passed, yet peace eluded him. One day, watching leaves dance in the wind, he realized the leaves did not fight their dance. They simply allowed the wind to guide them. In that moment, he released his iron grip on control. As he surrendered to the natural flow of life, the peace he had long sought emerged effortlessly. This journey of allowance mirrors your own path. The resistance you feel toward situations or outcomes creates the very barriers that prevent their resolution. By cultivating a state of allowance, you open channels for universal energy to flow freely through your life. Each day, set aside a moment for mindful allowance. Identify one point of resistance in your life, a situation you're forcing, an outcome you're gripping too tightly, or a change you're fighting. Breathe deeply and visualize this resistance as a dam within you. With each exhale, see the dam gently dissolving, allowing energy to flow naturally. Feel the shift from resistance to acceptance, from control to trust. End by affirming, "I release resistance and allow universal flow." Part 3, Mastery and Cosmic Transformation. Chapter 21, Embodiment of Desire. In a distant land, there lived a dancer whose movements held such grace that those who watched her swore she had become music itself. She did not simply perform the steps. Rather, she dissolved into the melody until there was no separation between dancer and dance. The villagers whispered that she had discovered the secret of becoming one with her art, for when she moved, even the birds would pause their songs to watch. You possess this same capacity for total alignment with your desires. Just as the dancer ceased trying to dance and instead became the dance itself, you too can move beyond merely wanting or seeking your dreams. The art of effortless manifestation lies in embodying the very essence of what you wish to attract. When you fully align with your desire's vibration, you transcend the space between wanting and having. This alignment occurs naturally when you allow yourself to exist in complete harmony with your intention. Like water taking the shape of its container, your energy flows into the form of your desires. In a quiet mountain village, there lived a potter whose vessels were said to capture the spirit of earth itself. Those who watched him work noticed that he never appeared to mold the clay. Instead, he seemed to merge with it. His hands moved with such natural fluidity that the pot appeared to shape itself. When asked his secret, he simply smiled and said, "I do not make the vessel, I become it." This truth applies to all you wish to manifest. When you embody the feeling, the energy, the very state of being that matches your desire, You eliminate the gap between seeking and receiving. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions naturally align because they flow from this state of being rather than reaching for it. Each day, devote time to living as if your desire has already manifested. Move through your day carrying the energy and feeling of this reality. If you desire abundance, carry yourself with the quiet confidence of one who knows their needs are always met. If you seek love, radiate the warmth and openness of one who feels deeply loved. Let this state of being infuse every action, every thought, every interaction. This is not pretense, it is energetic alignment in its purest form. Chapter 22. The Art of Effortless Flow. High in the mountains, where ancient wisdom whispers through the valleys, a river carved its path through solid stone, not through force or struggle, but through the gentle persistence of flowing water. Year after year, the river shaped the landscape by yielding to what lay before it, finding the natural course around every obstacle. When meeting resistance, it did not fight. It simply found another way, always moving forward in perfect harmony with the universal flow. This river holds a sacred teaching about the art of effortless manifestation. When you align with the natural currents of the universe, your desires manifest with grace and ease. Like water, you need not force your way through life's challenges. Instead, you can flow around them, allowing the cosmic forces to guide your path. The universe operates through the law of least resistance. When you release the need to control every outcome, you tap into a power far greater than personal will. Your role is not to make things happen, but to align with the natural flow that carries you toward your highest good. In a temple among bamboo groves, a monk spent years seeking enlightenment through rigid discipline and forceful practice. Despite his dedication, peace eluded him. One day, watching leaves float downstream, he realized the futility of his struggle. In that moment of surrender, when he ceased trying to grasp enlightenment and instead allowed it to find him, everything changed. The very wisdom he had sought now flowed through him effortlessly. This truth mirrors your own journey of manifestation. When you release the grip of control and trust in the universe's perfect timing and wisdom, you enter a state of graceful allowing. Your desires unfold naturally like flowers opening to the sun. To embrace this way of being, choose one area of your life where you've been pushing too hard or trying to force outcomes. Perhaps it's a relationship, a career goal, or a personal transformation. For the next 7 days, consciously release your grip on this situation. Instead of forcing or struggling, allow yourself to flow like water around obstacles. Notice how resistance dissolves when you stop fighting against what is. Each morning, sit quietly and identify one aspect of your life where you can let go and flow. Throughout the day, whenever you notice yourself forcing or struggling in this area, consciously shift into a state of allowing. Observe how situations unfold when you release control and trust in the natural flow of the universe. Chapter 23. Quantum Manifestation. In a hidden laboratory beneath an ancient monastery, a scientist spent his days peering through microscopes and his nights gazing at stars. Through years of observation, he discovered something extraordinary. The very act of watching particles change their behavior. When he approached his experiments expecting one outcome, the universe responded accordingly. When his expectations shifted, so too did reality. The dance between consciousness and reality reveals a truth known to sages throughout time. Your awareness shapes the fabric of existence. Modern quantum physics echoes what mystics have whispered for millennia. The observer and the observed are inseparably intertwined. Every thought ripples through the quantum field, influencing the arrangement of particles that form your physical experience. At the deepest level, reality exists as waves of infinite possibility until consciousness collapses these waves into specific experiences. Your expectations, beliefs, and focused attention determine which possibilities manifest into your lived reality. This is not merely metaphysical philosophy. It is demonstrable quantum mechanics. In a distant mountain village lived a weaver known for creating tapestries of uncommon beauty. As she worked her loom, the threads seemed to arrange themselves according to her inner vision. Those who watched closely noticed that the patterns would shift subtly depending on her state of mind. When she wove with joy, bright patterns emerged. When she focused on harmony, the designs flowed with perfect balance. The villagers said her consciousness danced with the threads themselves, though she simply smiled and continued her work. Like the weaver, you are constantly engaging with the quantum field, weaving the threads of possibility into your experience. Every focused thought sends ripples through the fabric of reality. Every sustained belief creates patterns in the field of infinite potential. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and begin to sense the quantum nature of reality, the invisible field of energy and possibility that surrounds and permeates all things. Now bring your desired reality into focus. Rather than merely visualizing it, feel its existence at the quantum level. Experience how your consciousness interacts with these possibilities, collapsing waves of potential into your chosen reality. Maintain this quantum awareness for several minutes, knowing that your focused consciousness is literally reshaping the fabric of existence. Chapter 24. The Cosmic Gatekeepers. In the ancient city of 1,000 temples stood a gate of pure gold, its surface etched with symbols of power and promise. Before this gate sat a guardian, neither young nor old, whose eyes held the wisdom of ages. Many sought passage through this sacred portal, yet few were granted entry, not by the guardian's decree, but by their own readiness to receive what lay beyond. You now stand at your own sacred threshold. Like countless seekers before you, you face guardians of your deepest desires, not external forces, but aspects of your own consciousness that test your readiness to receive. These gatekeepers manifest as doubt, fear, unworthiness, or attachment to old patterns. They are not your enemies, but teachers guiding you toward true alignment. The universe operates through perfect laws, ensuring that all who receive are prepared to hold and honor their manifestations. When you encounter resistance on your path, understand that it serves as a mirror, reflecting areas requiring growth and integration. In a distant kingdom lived a wise woman who possessed a mysterious key. Many believed this key would unlock the door to infinite treasures. Countless sought to claim it, yet in every hand but hers, the key remained inert. One day, a humble student asked not for the key but for understanding. The wise woman smiled and revealed her secret. The key responded only to one who had cultivated the same frequency as the lock. The student spent years developing inner harmony until one day the key began to glow in their presence. This tale speaks to your journey. The keys to your desires already exist within you, yet they activate only when your vibration aligns with what you seek to manifest. Each perceived barrier serves as an invitation to elevate your consciousness to new levels of readiness. Take a moment to identify a significant gatekeeper in your life, a recurring challenge or barrier that seems to block your path to manifestation. Write it down with complete honesty. Now, rather than seeing it as an obstacle, recognize it as a teacher. What quality or understanding is it asking you to develop? Choose one concrete action that will help you align with the frequency of what lies beyond this gate. Perhaps it's releasing an old belief, forgiving yourself or another, or taking a bold step forward. Commit to this action within the next day, knowing that each step toward alignment brings you closer to passing through your sacred gate. Chapter 25, Mastering Inner Stillness. In the highest peaks of an ancient mountain range dwelt a hermit who had not spoken for 30 years. Those who made the arduous journey to seek his wisdom often found him perfectly still, as unmovable as the mountains themselves. Yet in his presence, seekers discovered answers to questions they had not yet voiced, understanding flowing from his profound stillness. You possess this same capacity for inner knowing. Within the depths of silence lies a wisdom that transcends thought, a power that transforms your entire being. When you enter true stillness, you align with the cosmic frequencies that orchestrate all creation. The universe speaks in whispers, not shouts. Its guidance flows most clearly through a mind at peace, like light passing through still waters. Each moment of genuine stillness creates a sacred space where your consciousness can merge with universal intelligence. In a remote valley stood a temple housing a magnificent bell. For generations, pilgrims journeyed there hoping to hear its legendary tones, said to reveal the secrets of existence. They struck the bell with increasing force, yet it remained silent. One day, a young monk sat in perfect stillness before the bell. As the last whisper of sound faded from the valley, the bell began to resonate with a pure tone that seemed to emerge from silence itself. Like this temple bell, your highest wisdom resonates only in the space between thoughts. The ceaseless chatter of the mind creates interference that drowns out the subtle frequencies of universal guidance. When you cultivate inner silence, you become attuned to the cosmic orchestration that guides all manifestation. Find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed, sit comfortably, and allow your attention to rest on the natural flow of your breath. As thoughts arise, observe them without engagement, like watching clouds pass across an endless sky. Maintain this practice for at least 15 minutes daily, gradually extending the duration as you become comfortable with silence. Notice how this state of inner peace influences your ability to receive clear guidance and manifest your desires. Chapter 26, Creating Reality Through Sacred Intent. In the time before time, there lived an artisan whose words held the power to shape reality itself. Each morning, as dawn painted the sky in golden hues, she would carefully select and arrange sacred symbols, knowing that every mark carried the weight of creation. Those who watched her work spoke of how reality itself seemed to bend and flow around her intentions, as though the universe eagerly awaited her next pronouncement. You too possess this sacred power of intention. Every thought you form, every word you speak, carries the seeds of creation within it. The universe responds not merely to your wishes, but to the depth and sanctity with which you hold them. When you set an intention, you engage in an ancient ritual of creation. This is not a casual act, but a sacred communion with the universal forces that shape existence. Your intentions must rise from the depths of your being, pure and aligned with the highest good. Each intention plants a seed in the cosmic field of possibility. Like the artisan's carefully chosen symbols, your intentions must be crafted with precision and reverence. They must resonate with both your personal truth and universal harmony. In a distant kingdom lived a wise leader who understood that his words shaped more than mere policy. They wove the very fabric of his realm's reality. Before making any proclamation, he would retreat to the sacred grove, aligning his intentions with the whispers of ancient wisdom. As his intentions grew more pure, his kingdom flourished in ways that transcended ordinary governance. The power of this leader's sacred intentions transformed not just his actions, but the very essence of his kingdom. Through his example, you learn that when intentions are held as sacred truths, they acquire the power to reshape reality itself. Your intentions are not mere wishes cast into the void. They are sacred seeds planted in fertile cosmic soil. When you approach intention setting as a sacred act, you align yourself with the creative forces that govern existence. Find a quiet space at dawn or dusk, light a candle, and create a circle of meaningful objects around you. Take 3 deep breaths to center yourself. On paper inscribed with symbols meaningful to you, write your intention in present tense. Hold this paper to your heart, infusing it with the energy of your highest purpose. Speak your intention aloud 3 times, each time with increasing conviction. Place the paper on your personal altar or sacred space. Each morning and evening, stand before it and reaffirm your sacred intention, feeling it resonate through every cell of your being. Chapter 27, Tapping into Infinite Potential. In the heart of an ancient desert, a weary traveler stumbled upon a hidden oasis. Parched and exhausted, he approached what appeared to be an ordinary well. As he gazed into its depths, he saw not his reflection, but an endless stream of light spiraling into infinity. When he reached out to touch the water, energy coursed through his entire being, revealing the boundless power that had always existed within him. You possess this same wellspring of infinite potential. The universe flows through you as an endless current of creative force, waiting to be recognized and channeled. This energy knows no bounds, no limitations, and no scarcity. It is the very essence of creation itself, accessible in every moment. To tap into this infinite source, you must first recognize that you are not separate from it. Like a wave is inseparable from the ocean, your being is one with the universal energy that creates worlds. Every desire you hold, every intention you set can be amplified by this limitless force. High in the mountains lived a mystic who understood the language of stars. Each night, she would extend her consciousness to merge with their radiance, drawing down their infinite light. Those who witnessed her practice spoke of how she seemed to glow from within, her very presence igniting possibility in all who encountered her. Through the mystic's example, you learn that connecting to infinite energy requires only your willingness to open yourself to it. As you align with this power, your desires naturally gain momentum, carried forward by the same force that moves planets and ignites suns. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and envision a brilliant light at the center of your being. With each breath, see this light expanding, connecting to an infinite source above. Feel energy flowing down through your crown, filling every cell with limitless potential. As this energy builds, direct it toward your deepest desires, knowing you are one with the infinite power that manifests all things. Maintain this practice for at least 10 minutes daily, gradually increasing the duration as you become more attuned to the flow of universal energy. Chapter 28, The Transcendent Mindset. In a time beyond memory, there lived a sage who dwelt at the edge of a great desert. When drought ravaged the land and others fled in despair, the sage remained, seeing not desolation, but possibility. Through eyes of wisdom, he perceived how the harsh winds could power mills, how the sun's intensity could warm homes, and how the very sand could be transformed into glass. Where others saw only scarcity, he recognized abundant opportunity. You too possess this power of transcendent vision. Every circumstance that appears before you holds seeds of possibility, waiting to bloom through your elevated perception. The universe presents not problems, but invitations to rise above limited thinking and embrace a higher truth. When you shift your mindset beyond the apparent limitations of any situation, you align with the creative force of the universe itself. This alignment transforms not only your perception, but the very reality before you. Like water flowing around obstacles, your consciousness rises above circumstances, revealing pathways previously unseen. In a distant valley lived a sculptor who never saw mere blocks of stone, but rather masterpieces waiting to emerge. Where others noticed flaws and imperfections, she perceived divine potential. With each strike of her chisel, she liberated the beauty she knew existed within. Those who witnessed her work marveled not just at the finished pieces, but at her unwavering vision that transformed the ordinary into the extraordinary. This tale mirrors your own capacity to perceive beyond surface appearances. When you cultivate a transcendent mindset, every challenge becomes a stepping stone, every setback a setup for breakthrough. Your consciousness shapes the reality you experience, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth and expansion. Begin each day by standing before a mirror. Look into your own eyes and speak these words with conviction. I see through eyes of infinite wisdom. Every situation reveals its gift to me. I transform challenges into triumphs through my elevated vision. Repeat this affirmation throughout the day, especially when facing situations that seem limiting. Let these words reshape your perception until seeing opportunity becomes your natural state. Chapter 29. Beyond Manifestation. In the hallowed halls of an ancient temple, a wise teacher gathered with those who sought understanding of life's deeper mysteries. Each day, as the sun painted golden light through crystal windows, she would guide her students not merely in learning but in awakening to their true nature as creators of reality. You stand now at this same threshold of understanding, ready to embrace your role as a cosmic co-creator. The power that flows through you is the same force that ignites stars and spins galaxies. This is not mere metaphor, but the deepest truth of your existence. Every thought you hold, every intention you set, ripples through the fabric of universal consciousness. Like a musician joining a cosmic orchestra, your energy merges with the symphony of creation itself. This sacred partnership with universal forces transforms you from a passive observer into an active participant in the unfolding of reality. In the peaks of distant mountains, 12 sages gathered in a circle of creation. Each brought their unique essence to the collective, and as they joined their consciousness, entire worlds took form in the space between them. Mountains rose, valleys deepened, and rivers carved their paths through the landscape of possibility. Yet none claimed individual credit, for they understood their role as channels through which universal creativity flowed. This ancient wisdom speaks directly to your own creative potential. When you align with universal consciousness, you step into the flow of infinite possibility. Your desires and intentions become not merely personal wishes, but expressions of cosmic creativity seeking manifestation through you. The practice of cosmic co-creation begins with releasing the illusion of separation. You are not creating alone, but in partnership with the universe itself. Each intention you set ripples through the fabric of existence, joining with the creative force that sustains all life. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and envision yourself surrounded by pure universal energy. Feel this energy flowing through you, merging with your consciousness. Now hold your deepest desire in your heart while experiencing yourself as one with the creative force of the universe. Let your intention flow from this place of unity, knowing you are co-creating with infinite intelligence. Maintain this connection for at least 15 minutes, allowing the universe to work through you. Chapter 30. The Final Codex Key. In the depths of an ancient temple carved from living stone, there lay a chamber known only to those who had walked the path of wisdom to its end. Within this sacred space rested a simple wooden box, unremarkable, save for the golden keyhole that seemed to shimmer with its own inner light. Many sought this chamber, yet few discovered that the key they searched for had been within them all along. You now approach this final threshold of understanding. The journey you have undertaken has prepared you for this moment of revelation, where all teachings merge into one eternal truth. The key that unlocks cosmic fulfillment lies not in mastering individual practices, but in realizing that you are already complete. Like water taking the shape of any vessel while remaining essentially unchanged, your true nature adapts to all circumstances while maintaining its connection to the infinite. In the mountains of the East lived a seeker who had studied with every master and learned every technique. Yet fulfillment eluded him until one morning, gazing at his reflection in a still pool, he saw not his face but the face of the universe itself. In that moment he understood that he had never been separate from that which he sought. This truth stands as the cornerstone of continuous manifestation. Each practice, every technique, serves not to add something to who you are, but to reveal what has always been present. The power to create, to manifest, to transform reality flows naturally when you recognize your true identity as an expression of universal consciousness. Create a sacred space where you can be undisturbed. Begin with gratitude, acknowledging each practice that has brought you to this point. Draw from your visualization practice to see yourself as pure consciousness. Incorporate your vibrational alignment through breath and intention. Include elements of protection and allowance. Finally, rest in the silence of being, knowing that all practices merge in the recognition of your true nature. Perform this integrated ritual daily, understanding that it is not a means to an end, but an expression of who you already are. Conclusion. Through these sacred pages, you have traversed the ancient pathways of wisdom, uncovering truths that have transformed your understanding of reality itself. Each principle you have embraced has awakened a deeper knowing within you, illuminating the infinite potential that has always resided in your heart. Remember how you first approached these teachings, perhaps uncertain of the power that lay dormant within you. Now, you stand transformed, having discovered that you are not merely a seeker of cosmic gifts, but a channel through which universal abundance flows naturally and effortlessly. The journey has revealed that manifestation is not a destination but a way of being. Each principle, from the initial recognition of your desires to the mastery of vibrational alignment, from the power of sacred words to the art of divine timing, has woven itself into the fabric of your consciousness. These are no longer mere concepts but living truths that guide your every breath. You have learned to dance with the rhythms of the universe, understanding that every moment offers an opportunity for co-creation. The gratitude you now carry transforms ordinary experiences into extraordinary blessings. Your words, thoughts, and emotions have become instruments of creation, tuned to the frequency of your highest aspirations. The silence you have cultivated speaks volumes of wisdom. The trust you have developed flows like a mighty river, carrying your intentions to fruition. Your awareness of synchronicities has opened doorways to infinite possibilities, while your mastery of energy protects and amplifies your creative force. As you close these pages, know that you carry within you an eternal flame of wisdom. The universe continues to respond to your elevated consciousness, reflecting back the magnificence of your transformed being. Each day presents new opportunities to apply these timeless principles, to manifest with greater clarity and power. You have become more than a student of cosmic law. You are now a conscious co-creator, aligned with the very forces that shape reality. Let this knowing guide you forward as you continue to manifest joy, purpose, and abundance in ever-expanding waves of fulfillment. The wisdom you now embody is not meant to rest dormant, but to flow freely, blessing your life and touching all those around you. Your presence itself has become a catalyst for positive transformation in the world. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.